Our health and wellness segment today brings Jeff Hills from Healthy Appetites back to our set. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming back. Okay, Jeff, I have to admit, I'm sick. Everybody in this building's sick. All my friends are sick. All my family's sick. Everyone's sick. So what do we do this time of year when it seems that a cold just won't go away?
Well, you said you're sick. I walked in, the first thing you said is, don't shake my hand.
Right.
I'm sick.
Right.
I'll be shocked if we get through the segment without a background cough, because all the camera people are also sick.
Right.
And the producers are sick.
Right.
This is what happens this time of year. It seems like this happens right about when the kids go back to school, and it just seems to progress right onto the holidays and right through the holidays. I think that there's some simple things that everyone can do to protect their immunity.
Okay.
First thing would be to do a vitamin D supplement. Now, vitamin D is not ordinarily associated directly with immunity,
Yep.
but it's a huge thing for your immune system. When you take vitamin D, it stimulates your production of over 200 antimicrobial peptides.
Mm-hmm.
These are things that go around and kind of make microbes less viable.
Okay.
So they're going to be less able to affect
So
you
microbes
in a
are not
negative
good.
way.
We don't like microbes.
Well, some are not good. And these are kind of the things that your body puts out when you take vitamin D that goes around and kind of takes care of the things you don't want in your body.
Okay. And vitamin D is the sunshine vitamin?
It is.
Okay. Because
Now,
people like me, I'm never outside. I never get any sun.
it wouldn't matter right now anyway, because
Okay.
where we live, we're so far north that we don't really make vitamin D out of the sun very well anytime other than about the middle of May till about the middle of September.
Okay.
And beyond that, you could run down Plymouth Beach naked with all your skin showing right at noon, and you're not going to make any vitamin D.
Okay.
So
vitamin D is the
supplementally,
first thing.
it's an important thing
Okay.
to help get rid of the things that you don't want in your body.
Okay.
There's some things you do want in your body,
Yep.
and that would be probiotics.
Right.
So
That's a big buzzword lately.
it is,
Okay.
and it's something that people really never thought that much about in terms of immunity. Probiotics used to be something you would take if you had done a course of antibiotics.
Right. And
Just to kind of
that's literally
replenish.
how they started, right?
What's that?
The probiotics? I mean, they became popular because so many people are taking antibiotics now?
For years, the only time that anyone used to take probiotics or would ask me about probiotics would
Right.
be if they had been on a course of, antibiotics.
Amoxicillin or whatever. But
Just
now
trying to
you're
replace
saying
the good bacteria.
it's a good thing to take anyway.
Well, now we know that the bacteria in your intestines
Mm-hmm.
is up to 80% of your immune system.
Oh.
So they are more of your immune system than you are of your immune system. It's an
Really?
important thing to maintain. And this time of year where people are going on courses of antibiotics for this
Yep.
or that,
Yep.
it's a really important thing to do.
Okay.
But just in light of the fact that it's most of your immune system, it's
Yep.
an important thing to do.
So do you take a probiotic in a pill form, in a powder form? How do you take it?
You can do it pill, powder, liquid.
Mm-hmm.
That's the easiest way to do it. You can eat fermented foods, yogurt. People
Okay,
know
right.
that as a good source of probiotics. Unfortunately, most of the commercially produced yogurts don't have a lot of live probiotics in them.
Yep.
If you can make your own yogurt, that would be the best way to go.
Okay.
We've done that. It's actually not that bad. It's
Okay.
not that hard. Some of the commercial brands are good. Just look for a brand that says that it has live bacteria.
Okay.
And take that one.
Okay, so
if you're
so
gonna
far
use
we
one.
have vitamin D and probiotics. What is another essential thing to help our immunity?
Well, this time of year, almost everything that people are catching are viral things. So the antiviral supplements would be a great way to go. So the one that I think is the most effective and probably the most researched for cold and flu would be elderberry.
Elderberry.
And elderberry is typically done as a syrup.
Yep.
You can do
Elderberry
it-
wine.
You can do it elderberry wine, sure. You can do it as a pill
Okay.
or a lozenge. It's something that's very, very safe.
Yep.
The one minor caution on it would be if you get one that is a syrup and you are diabetic or you have blood sugar issues.
Okay.
There will be sugar in there, but no more than you would get in a little bit of honey
Okay.
or many other things you'd come in contact with in your diet. It's a fantastic antiviral. What it does is it attaches itself essentially to the virus and makes the virus so the virus can't use your cellular material against you. So,
Okay.
a virus will kind of poke into your cells.
Yep. Say,
use-
ooh, I found a home.
Say, hey, look at all this raw
Ooh,
material we
yes.
have to make more viruses out
Yes.
of. And that's what happens. And when you take the elderberry, it prevents that from happening.
Okay.
Another thing that works in kind of a similar way would be olive leaf.
Olive leaf, not olive oil.
No, now we think
Olive
of
leaf.
olive oil and we think of olives.
I've
and
never heard of olive
One of the
leaf.
best parts of the olive tree is the olive leaf. It's a fantastic antiviral, maybe one of the best, and usually done as a pill or a tincture, so it's a little easier for people to work with.
Yep.
Than sometimes the elderberry would be. A lot
Okay.
of people just are kind of against taking a syrup. They just don't want to
Yeah.
do it. They don't want to taste anything.
Right,
so
right.
often a pill is a better way
Right.
to go for people.
Right. Now, when you're talking about antivirals, viruses cannot be treated with antibiotics. Is that correct?
An antibiotic will have no impact
On a virus at all, right? So a virus has to, quote, run its course.
It does to a certain extent, yes. You can just make that course shorter.
Now, do you take these as a prophylactic dose, or do you take them when you're sick?
I do olive leaf as a prophylactic,
Mm-hmm.
and I typically reserve elderberry for either when I feel like I might be getting something,
Yeah, and you always know that.
or if I see my employees
Yep.
or my wife
Yep.
or somebody else has something,
Right.
and I don't want to get it,
Right.
then I'll jump on
Right.
it. But typically I'd use the olive leaf as the everyday one.
Okay. How do we pass these colds that you hear all the time about, you have to wash your hands all the time, wash your hands. Is that true? Or is it that talking to each other and coughing, and how does this work?
I don't know. The whole Purell thing's pretty controversial at this point.
I know.
Where we might be over-sanitizing ourselves
Exactly,
to the point
right.
that we're really depressing our immune system.
Right.
It's the same thing that people say about we're overwashing our vegetables. There's no dirt on the carrots.
Right.
There's no.
Yeah, your grandmother used to say you should, eat a
Eat a
pound
little
of dirt in
dirt.
your life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's true. Yeah.
Well, that's right. They were right. It's funny how all these old wives' tales these old wives are
come to
pretty
fruition.
smart.
Right, right. All right, so D, probiotics, elderberry, olive leaf. What else can help our immune systems?
You can do things. Some of the things that people have heard of, maybe the more familiar with, would be echinacea.
yeah.
Echinacea
Oh,
is
yeah.
still the most famous
Yep.
of the anti-microbe sort of supplements out
Yep.
there, and that works in a different way than the elderberry or the olive leaf, in that it is, in great part, an anti-inflammatory.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't realize until recently that was one of the big mechanisms that echinacea works by. Is it's
Mm-hmm.
a fantastic anti-inflammatory. It also is something that stimulates immune cells, so you make more immune cells.
Okay.
So where the elderberry might kind of try to shut down the virus,
Yep.
echinacea would work by making more cells that would attack the virus.
Okay. Now, how do you know as a consumer, because you see ads on TV, especially late at night, I've noticed, that if you buy this specific brand of
Echinacea.
Echinacea, that it's better than anything else because it's true or it's pure. Or, I mean, is this all a bunch of hoo-ha?
I don't see a lot of the stuff on TV because I don't often watch, tons of TV. I'm kind of like a live sports guy as opposed to,
Yeah.
most other stuff.
But branding-wise,
I think brand makes a huge difference,
you do?
especially
Okay.
with herbs.
Okay.
Herbs have to be done a specific way.
Okay.
And you really need someone who's really being conscientious about how they make their herbs.
Yep.
And really wants to maintain their reputation as a company that makes good products. And, they have to sell that to people like me.
Right.
Whereas in the mass market,
Right.
you can sell something that is technically an herb. You
Yep.
can use the wrong part of the plant.
Right.
You can use the part of the plant we don't use typically.
Right.
You can use the echinacea flower.
Right.
Put that in a pill and say it's echinacea. And you're not lying, it's echinacea.
Right.
It's not the part we
Right.
use.
So is it really the best idea is to walk into a place like Healthy Appetites and talk to someone like you who's been in this business forever, where you can give the straight scoop on this is what you need.
Well,
These are your options.
of course, I'm going to say that. Yeah.
Right.
You
But I
shouldn't
mean, but not just you, but other places that sell things like you do, that sell supplements,
I think
versus
you'll-
going to CVS and getting their
I think you'll
store
always
brands.
get better advice at a place that specializes
Right.
in that type of thing, where we're not really pushing the fact that we have cotton balls and
Right.
and chocolate chip cookies.
Right.
What we do.
Right.
But we're really more focusing on that aspect. I mean, that's the majority of what we do, and I think that's what I spend my time studying, and
Yep.
that's my area of expertise more than anything else.
Right.
So yeah, I do think that that's an important thing.
Okay.
I think that you have to look for certain things. For instance, and I mentioned probiotics. If you look at a lot of commercial probiotics, they're not going to have the right array of bacteria.
Okay.
You want to look for something that has, on the back, on the supplement fact label, every supplement has a supplement fact
Right,
label.
right.
Look for the bacteria. They'll tell you what bacteria is in there. Look for some that say L,
L bacteria.
and look for some that say B. So they'll say L. acidophilus.
We like L and B bacteria.
B. bifidus.
Okay.
And the reason that's important is the ones that say L are going to settle in the small intestine.
Yeah.
And the ones that say B are going to settle in the large intestine.
Okay.
So you want a little bit of both, and you want to have some complexity to your probiotic.
Okay.
You might not find that in the mass market.
Okay, so we've covered a lot, and we're basically out of time. You've given us D, probiotics, elderberry, olive leaves, and looking for echinacea. I don't know how to say that.
Echinacea would be great.
Okay. smart, common sense things. Get plenty of sleep, hydrate, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
eat good food. Don't eat cuckapoo out of a box.
You took the words right out of
Yeah,
my
I
mouth.
mean, everybody can do that. And it sounds to me like you kind of almost need to go back on a regular basis to a place like yours to educate yourself as to what you're actually doing.
There's lots of great information out there. I mean, I think we're a great clearinghouse. I think there's a lot of great stuff online.
Yep.
There's a lot of garbage online. You
Right.
have to be careful.
Okay.
You know, I could give you a list of websites. I mean, but that would be
That would take forever, and we're
a
out
whole
of
nother
time.
10-minute
okay.
segment.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, and I hope I won't cough on you.